we have some extra money there, you know, like to catch up with the bills and buy, you know, buy whatever you can, furniture or whatever we can out of it.
So if I have a 400 right now, so it's good weather, so I will be use the 200 for the airline tickets going to Vancouver.
New clothes.
New clothes?
Yeah. And these clothes have been wearing for like 2 years now. It's getting a bit much.
Well, $400 isn't much. I believe that money could have been utilized for better things.
I'm actually going to use it for a ticket to go to Las Vegas with my friends in May.
I'm probably going to buy a computer.
For the most part, we're going to roll it into my daughter's education fund for the future.
I think that I would best use them for using paid bills. The heat and gas has just gone up way too high, and just to be able to afford it, I'm going to use that money for that.
Put it towards bills, daycare of course, because I got to go to work. I got 2 young daughters. Theirs is going to be going towards education or future scholarships, whatever they'd like to do.
Well, my own, I probably won't be spending it. I'd probably be investing in my son's future. And his own, he'd be going into trust as well.
Well, I have big bills to pay after Christmas, so that'll be a big help in paying those off.
Just helping us with everyday living, you know. It won't be applied to anything very special. It will just be helping us out.
So just paying your gas and tax bills.
That's right.
And things like
and
that.
Insurance bill is coming up then too. Those things.
I just met my son a couple of years ago, and I love him dearly, and he's my priority.
I could probably, I don't know, pay off some outstanding debts would probably be a more likely way that I would spend it.
I'm talking about the wonderful challenges of basically having an education and trying to get a decent job with the post-secondary education that I have, and trying to utilize the social programs and trying to make myself a little bit more self-sufficient and trying to get a decent job and having someone give me a chance in spite of having a disability, looking at my ability versus my physical stature. Where my frustrating thing is I'd like to see the different levels of government work together and to actively put programs where when you can go and you can achieve something. My disability, yes, I accept the limitations that it has, but I look beyond that because that's how I was raised. I look at the talents and the skills and the ability that I have to offer, and I know there is a job out there and there is a placement out there, but one of the things I'm completely surprised in this day and age, in the year 2006, that there's still an innocent ignorance out there when it comes to any limitation or any look. And I remember the guy interviewed me and he wasn't happy with the response I gave, and I told him I was eager, and this was when I was 17. I was eager shortly after I was getting out of high school to work, and he even just saw my disability, didn't give me a chance, and his exact words was, "I'm too much of a workers' compensation risk to even try or even to work." And then the other job that comes to mind, there was an advertisement in the window, and then the owner of the store saw that I was eager to give him an application, and then right in front of me he goes and takes the help wanted sign and says he wasn't hiring anybody right in front of me. So I mean, those innocent ignorances, they still exist today. One of the things I found with being on low income and having to condense your life because you're living in survival mode, and one of the things that I found is you're living out of boxes and Rubbermaid containers, and you're condensing basically a small apartment into one room. And one of the things I found with a lot of people that I know is that you're always left in limbo, and without certain stabilities, and with the way the market is, there's no stability because the landlords are jacking up the rent and they're kicking people out, and they're not allowing them the opportunity to have stabilities. I mean, I'm truly grateful here, but one of my stabilities is finances and a stable job. It's nice to see the city booming, but we need to make it affordable for the average middle class and average everyday Canadian citizen, and I hope that with me participating in this project, and I hope with getting this video out, that people will come to realize that poverty is not a gift by choice.
Gee, it's been a long time. I've been waiting for that darn Ralph Buck check.
Yeah, I'm a student and education prices are quite high and I have to pay for rent and transportation, and so yeah, that's probably where it'll go.
As for myself, as well, I'm a student. It'll go towards school, rent, and hopefully invite a few friends and have a good night as well.
With that $400, I'm going to put towards my MRI scan, which will cost me $695, so it'll pay for the majority of my MRI scan. I'm an MS patient, and I require to have a scan to see if my MS has developed or not, and to see if I need to take further precautions or not.
I will use it to pay for my new furnace, ultra high efficient furnace that we just bought in November.
I've been told that I need to do my tax returns and I haven't done them, and I think that if the CLIC government is going to spread the wealth of this country or this province equitably, then they shouldn't discriminate on the basis of taxes.
I think it's shameful that in a rich province like this, they're giving everyone, many of whom don't have any need for it at all, as some people have joked, oh, it'll make a good meal out on the town or something like that. Just shameful in a town where we still, a town and a province, where we still have so many people on the streets, homeless people. I've worked in places like In From the Cold. I know what it's like, what some people are going through.
There's so little thought given or value placed on development of community and support of social services.
What are you planning to do with your $400?
My $400 is going to grizzly bear conservation. I think that conservation is an important aspect of our society that isn't being addressed near enough by the CLIC government, and I'm involved in grizzly bear conservation. It's a passion of mine, and they've struggled with funding over the years, and so that's where I intend to put my $400.
I will probably buy a guitar.
I want to give it to Humane Society. I would give it to charities such as In From the Cold and the Humane Society.
Funnily enough, what we're actually going to do with our prosperity bucks is we're going to buy our, my partner Liz and I are going to buy our wedding rings with them, because we kind of thought that that was something that would just irritate Ralph Klein no end if he knew that he had bought wedding rings for a lesbian couple.